Alright, so a few days ago I made a video with a new deck that I had created recently called Bant Flash. Well, I hadn't created it, I'd actually found it, but I'd been playing it a lot. Basically, it was a blue, green, white deck. Aggro control, more on the control spectrum. Wanted to utilize Frilled Mystic, Angel of Grace, Growth Chamber Guardian, Dream Eater, along with a collection of counter spells and card draw to tempo the opponent out. So basically, you can play everything on their turn, so you can cast Frilled Mystics to counter their spells. Angel of Grace is a big beater. You can drop them all on their turn and basically wreck face with it. Now, this has been one of the decks that I've enjoyed the most, but it still has not. It doesn't play the more aggressive tempo-y type flavor that I really enjoy. So I've been brewing a lot, and I made a Temur tempo deck that used a lot of. It used the new card Terramander, which I'm going to find that this guy who is tearing it up in Modern and Legacy, but in Standard there don't seem to be enough cantrips to reliably turn him into a 5/5. On turns 2, 3, 4, like there are in the older formats. So he was just underperforming. I was playing him, Drake, and Frilled Mystic, basically. And the deck just felt weak. I got a couple of wins, but my win percentage was maybe about 40%. So I realized that one of the things that I was having trouble with that deck was it was hard to get creatures down early enough to provide a clock. So a tempo deck has got to have a clock. It's got to have creatures that are attacking each turn. Because once you get creatures down, especially versus control, they have to deal with the creatures or die. Playing a Frilled Mystic into nothing without anything to counter feels bad. A 3/2 flash doesn't feel good. However, if you've got a Merfolk Branchwalker and a Thorn Lieutenant who are attacking in every turn, and they play Kaya's Wrath to kill it, then playing Frilled Mystic to counter their spell feels a lot better. So I added some creatures. I actually went up to 20 creatures, so it is a little bit more aggressive. I also went up to 23 lands so that I'd be reliably hitting my land drops. Basically, the idea is to play one of these 2 drops, followed by a Gruul Spellbreaker who's been an all-star. And then, once you get those down, you're basically just holding down the fort. I've got 9 counter spells, 3 Ionize, 3 Quench, 3 Spell Pierce, and then 4 Frilled Mystics. So that's 13 ways to counter what your opponent is doing. So if I can get a 2/2, turn him into a 4/4 maybe, a Branchwalker, down and be attacking each turn, I just sit back on my counter spells and wait for my opponent to die. And everything is very inexpensive. Frilled Mystic is the most expensive card. Okay, Hydroid Crassus. I don't think this card is good here, but I don't want to spend another wild card on another Thorn Lieutenant, so I don't really know what to put in this slot. I feel like the counter spell suite is working out really well, so I don't want to change it. I have drawn it once. I didn't play it because every turn I am using all of my mana. That being said, it is an incredibly powerful card. In late game, if I have 6 mana, turning it into a 4/4 flying, trample, draw 2, gain 2 seems fine. 4 Shocks. Lightning Strike is a better card, but red decks, mono red is still everywhere. So this is just to deal with mono red earlier. Lava Coil. I mean, it's probably the best removal spell in the format. It kills most things. So in Ionize, I didn't think about this, but the 2 damage is actually relevant. It actually cut a turn off of my clock a few games. So I'm going to be doing some games with this. This has been easily the most fun that I've ever had playing Arena. Not even close. Like, first of all, Temur is my favorite color combination. But this is like what I want a tempo deck to be. You play some fat guys, and then you attack, and then you just counter everything. I am 14-2 with it since I changed it up, including sideboard games. And I lost 1 game to Mono Red, where I was on the draw. So I did win that match 2-1, but I lost game 2. And I just lost a game to the Gate deck because I drew 2 islands and 1 forest and didn't draw land for 5 turns. So 14-2, where one of them is understandable against mono red, and one of them again I just made a bad mulligan decision. So the deck feels really strong. So I just want to record some games and just track the progress and any changes I made. So that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, here we go with our first match with Temur Tempo. And we get to be on the play. That's great. This is a terrible hand. This is a pretty bad hand too, but if we can drop Growth Chamber Guardian, we'll see. I'm gonna keep it. Hopefully there'll be a land on top. Nope, get that to the bottom. Even though that is a good card against mono red. This is actually a pretty bad hand. We'll see. I've had a lot of really good games, so I guess it would figure that now that I'm recording, the games will be bad. Alright, of course. Yep. What would be better than a game where you miss on lands? It is Sultai Midrange. Yeah, this is what happened. You know what, I'm just going to concede. Actually, I should sit there, but... So it looks like it's going to be Sultai Midrange. I should have waited a second. So, I actually think that I'm just going to leave things the way they are. We'll try to go game 2. We get to be on the play again. Because what a better way to be on the play twice in a row than to concede on turn 3. Okay, this is fine. I mean, it's not a good hand, but it's actually got 5 lands. Branchwalker into Ionize. We'll try it. We'll probably draw a land next turn, because that's usually the way it works. But we'll try it anyways. Okay, this hand just got way better. I'm not going to reveal that we are playing Temur. So basically what we're going to do is library. We're going to go turn 3, Ionize, turn 4, Frilled Mystic. And we have Quench if it doesn't work. Okay. So I'm going to hold up the forest. Oh, I just made a mistake. Oh well. Because now we can't. Ionize, that is okay. There's not many 1 mana plays that do anything. Good stuff. Alright, this is great. So we can cast Frilled Mystic after this turn. If they play something here... Okay, so... They've got a slow hand. Basically, probably gonna just Mystic whatever they cast. And then we'll have 6 power on board. Yep. Okay. 2 quick games. So many games have actually gone like that. So now we know that they're that. I still feel like I don't want to change the deck up. We're going to be on the draw. Krasis might be good in this match. We'll see. Not sure what they'd bring in. That was really quick. They may not have sideboarded. They should have an advantage over us. Being Sultai. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is better. Not much. Man, I've had so many good hands, and all 3 of these have been terrible. Nice, Moto bugged. Yeah, buddy. We're going to drop Thorn Lieutenant. The cool thing about this was a late edition, and it's really good against mono red because... Okay. If they want to clear it, they have to basically deal with the token as well. And it blocks most of their creatures. So they'll probably have removal here. No. Okay, this is telegraphing the Spell Pierce. Pretty hardcore, but it is what it is. Okay. Maybe they're just They might just be Sultai control, in which case this Spell Pierce is going to do major damage. Okay, so he's going to kill this. 100%. Yep. That's fine. Okay, we are just going to... If they drop a Planeswalker, we just get wrecked, so... This feels bad. No, we've got to put a clock on. Not sure what the correct... Okay. So if we draw a land next turn, we'll actually be really good. But it'll probably drop a Vraska here, or another Ravenous. Okay, that's fine. So he's got blue and green mana. Okay. So I think I'm going to Lava Coil. This thing out of the way. And then we'll attack it again. He can block here, but he's going to lose, and he's down to 8 just like that. So if he plays Find and Finality, Vraska will get through. Vraska doesn't necessarily hurt us. Actually, it does. We'll see. Okay, that's a beat stick. Actually, that's only a 3/3. Okay. Let's see what we draw. Ugh. I think we're just going to clear it out again. And keep charging through. And with one more land, that Thorn Lieutenant's going to be able to get really big. So now if they hopefully try for Find and Finality, we can bust them out. This is interesting because mid-range decks should crap on this type of a deck. Yes, they're going for... Okay. Can't actually get rid of that. I think I'm just going to sit back, counter whatever they play next. If it's a Carnage Tyrant, we lose. Okay. Don't know why that's a May ability. That was big. If they have Cast Out, or whatever the black kill spell is. Okay. Nice. Well played. Okay. So this is big. So let's see. So we can make him a 6/6. I think I'm going to attack with everything. So we'll probably block there, block there, block there. And he'll be left with a 4/4 and I'll be left with a 2/3. Actually, I'm not going to... Should I attack? Ugh. Not sure if I want to attack. Yeah, I need to attack, otherwise he's going to hit me with Thief of Sanity. So if he blocks the Crassus on the... Okay, so I'm not going to actually grow this guy. Okay, that worked. So we're going to get to draw another. So that means we have 2 lethal threats next turn. So drawing 2 of those is huge. Okay, now finality is GG. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Can't beat it. So good. But I can actually make one of them die here. We're going to kill the 6/6. Yep. I'm just going to say oops, so he doesn't notice that we're leaving that untapped for Spell Pierce. It doesn't really matter. He's just drawn so many cards. There's no way we can come back from this. But this is actually really encouraging because I haven't played against a mid-range deck, and this is the type of deck that I assumed that I'd be really bad against. Good game. They got it. Alright, so I'm going to concede here, and let me go on to another match. So that's actually really encouraging because I played against a ton of control and basically haven't lost to control yet. Played red deck wins, mono red, once or twice. Oh, I got a pack. Nice. I'll open that later. Maybe try one more. So yeah, so that was a mid-range, and I haven't gotten to play against mid-range decks yet. So we did lose, but it definitely was a game. We got him down to 2, and I should have sided in those destroyed creature with flying. Look at this, we're back to getting bad draws again. This is fine. Yep. If they play something, I'm just going to shock. Turn 1 Land and War Elves is GG. Okay. They may have shock here. But whatever, we're going to play into it. If he plays Steamkin, okay, so he's super dead, so he's killing mine right now. That's fine. Every burn spell that is pointed at my creatures is not pointed at me, and we're going to do this again. And hopefully we'll be able to drop this Gruul Spellbreaker as a 4/4. Okay. If they tap out, I'm just going to make this a 4/4. Okay, so they just did that. So my entire sideboard is designed to fight mono red. So we'll see if they can deal with a 4/4. I mean, I assume they can, but mulliganing was not helpful there. Okay. Nice. This is why red is just so good. Nice. Well played. But he can't attack. Okay, so now we can deal with a lot of stuff. We're still probably dead. We're going to bring in 4 Wild Growth Walkers and 4 Jadelight Rangers from the side. I am very glad that I kept that in. Actually, you know what? No, I can deal with this. I probably misplayed this, didn't I? Yep. I think I just lost. I should have killed him when I had a chance. Actually, no. He could cast 2 spells. Ugh. Okay, that worked. Quench is looking kind of bad now. Should have played defense. That's great. Another blocker. We need that 2/3 elf now. Okay, well, he's a 2/1 elf, actually. I'm just going to play defense. In 5 minutes, my quench is losing viability very quickly. Sure. Whatever he casts here is dying. Yep. Yeah, buddy. So you can use this to kill the Branchwalker. He'll probably just attack all out. Just gonna highlight my Branchwalker. Really? Interesting. Okay. Just gonna sit here. Hope they brick a few times. That hurts. We might be dead. I think we're dead. We're not dead yet. Now we're dead. GG. Okay. So that was fine. So we're going to bring in all the Wild Growth Walkers. Jade Light. Negates. What are we going to take out? Growth Chamber Guardian we saw was bad there. Hydroid Crassus is probably bad. Ionize might be bad. Well, I brought in 3 Spell Pierce, so I might just want to go like that. So I want to bring out Lava Coil. Probably. I'm not sure. We'll see. It was unfortunate I've had to mulligan twice in both these matches. Sure. We have these 2. This is big. I'm going to sit on the Wild Growth Walker until I can cast him and then Branch Walker afterward. So we're just going to... That's great. Actually, I misplayed that. Should have put the steam vents in tapped. So that will gladly go through. That is just 2 damage. You can do that all day. Okay. You can do that too. That you cannot do, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. So if we can draw Jade Light Ranger, which would be lovely, get get Wild Growth Walker into Merfolk Branch Walker into Jade Light, I mean, we're talking great stuff. So any creature they play is just going to die. We'll see. They're drawing a ton of shocks. What are all these shocks doing? Okay. Oh, they're stuck on 2 lands. Well, that's great. I think I don't want to pay 2 life, so next turn we'll be able to Branch Walker and Wild Growth Walker at will. Okay. Yep. So we'll take 2 here. That is fine. If we draw Jade Light Ranger, then 100%... Okay. This is good. This is our sideboard. So now he's going to be a 2/4. Library. And a 3/2. So hopefully these will stonewall. And I guess if they want to expel 2 burn spells on the Wild Growth Walker, I mean, that sucks that he dies, but that basically is a gain 6. Okay. You're super dead. I'm not blocking, though, because I'm going to gain an extra 3 life. Seems good. Yep. Gonna kill that first of all. Then we're gonna Branch Walker. Gonna be a 3/5. Yes, this is great. Okay, so this Frilled Mystic isn't gonna be doing anything for a little while. It's okay though. So after the SCG opened, this is probably the biggest difference. Obviously they're stuck on land, but I did not realize how good Wild Growth Walker is, and just green decks in general at stopping red. So, humph. I guess they might be holding double burn spell for this Wild Growth. So we'll attack first. Okay. So they got stuck on land, and we got some good draws. Ionize just feels really expensive. Let's try game 3. See if we can pull out a win versus mono red. So these are the 2 archetypes. So Sultai, Midrange, and mono red are like probably the 2 worst. So this deck has been crapping all over control, and combo's just not even a game. Like sometimes they play counterspells, sometimes they don't. If they don't, oh my gosh, is that 3 mulligans in a row? I think I'm going to hold, again, the Wild Growth until I can get to 4 lands so that I can do it without them killing it. Hopefully the Branch Walker can hold up long enough. Okay, they have a slow start. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, so I certainly do not want to play Wild Growth Walker into 2 untapped red mana sources. So land would be great. Good. And it's a blue land. That's even better. So, actually, that means I'm going to play Wild Growth into with Spell Pierce backup next turn. He might have Chain Whirler, which is interesting. Okay. Those shocks, man. Okay, that's pretty good. But he doesn't have any wizards. Okay, you are allowed to use your burn to kill my 2-1. It's drawn a card. Okay. So you might be able to kill it. We'll see. I'm going to be able to counter one of them. Well, that's actually huge, because he's not going to be able to kill it now. Did we just win? I think we just won. Well, if he couldn't kill it there, he's not going to be able to kill it here. So, hopefully. Man, I think I want to go graveyard. There we go. We got to land. Okay. So, I'm thinking this game is... Well, don't want to count your chickens before they've hatched. But this right here, 4 Wild Growth and 4 Jade Light, that is the sideboard against red. Okay. You can kill it. Nice. I'm 100% fine with it. I'm at 24 life, and I'm going to untap with... I think I'm going to make that a 4-4, just make it harder to deal with. So I do have Quench. I don't know how much worth it is right now. We'll see. Okay, that's fine. No. So he's a 2-2, so he can trade with the Jade Light, which is relevant, but we're also going to be hitting for 4. I would love a shock right now, but we don't have it, so... If he blocks, that's huge, because... Okay, well, he didn't block. Now this is still a powerful card. Okay. So he's a 2-1. Oh, he's up to 5 lands, that's awesome. What? Okay. Mono red on defense always feels good. So what do I keep here? I don't attack here. I'll attack next turn, and I will lava coil my way through. You gotta attack here. Yep. So if I block there... No. No, I'm just gonna take it. I'll lava coil this, so he knows he's dead. Okay, this game has actually felt really good. Alright. There it is. So, a good start. So we played against a Sultai mid-range deck. We did lose 1-2. One of the games was just because just got terrible draws, and the other 2 games felt really close. The second game we just blew them out of the water. The third game was really tight, and a mid-range deck that's just playing more powerful threats than what we're playing should tend to go pretty well card for card, especially once they start chaining the Hydroid Crassuses, even though it did take 3 of them, I believe, in order to stop our assault. And then against Mono Red, we got wrecked game 1. But man, that Wild Growth Walker package is just really powerful. And that's the first time I've actually seen it in action. So I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to keep putting up videos because that was really fun. And this deck is just super interactive. I mean, counter spells, removal, and then aggressive creatures. It's just like the best. So that's going to be it for this video.